Undefeated by Von Juan. Let's talk about it. So I'm currently editing the video. I highly apologize. I'm pretty sure his name is pronounced Von One, not Juan. For some reason I was thinking like it just rhymed, and I don't think that's how you pronounce it, so my bad to Von One if I mispronounced it. But yeah, that's probably what I'll say for the rest of the video, but I apologize in advance. This is the first album that I heard from Von Juan. I have no idea who he is, never heard of him before, never listened to his music. He reached out to me on Instagram. I don't usually check my requests for messages, because at the time, I still don't think he follows me, but he had, sent a message request, and I was like, I don't usually take requests, and I still don't, but I was like, I'll give it a shot, just give a random person, a shot, and here we are. I listened to the album at work the other day. This album is 12 songs. It's about 35 minutes long. I really, really, really like the cover art here. The lion, the blue tones to it, and I was excited. The title was Undefeated. I was like, yeah, let's go. And the first song was kind of like a spoken word. It was a really long kind of spoken word. Almost, it was like a mix of spoken word and battle rap, I think. Not super aggressive like battle rap, but it wasn't as spoken word as a spoken word would be, if that makes sense. It was just like talking, basically, but it kind of rhymed. And then went into I Am, and pretty much every song was very kind of high energy and gave off that undefeated vibe, like victory. Just very energetic throughout the whole album. And there were songs in here that I wasn't too sure about. Make Money and Pray was one of them. I can't remember the entire hook, but it was like money on my mind, pray in my heart, or something like that, where it's like it's kind of two contradicting ideas, where it's like your mind should be on God and your heart should be on God, not one doing one thing, one the other. So that was like, I'm not trying to completely discredit any of this music, and that's not what I'm ever trying to do when I'm critiquing music, but that's just where my mind's going when I'm listening to this. And then the other one was Big Jesus Energy. That one I was like, I'm not too sure about. But then he has another song towards the middle or later half of this album called That Type of Christian, where again the hook and the overall concept of this was a little bit holier than thou. Like, oh, you're that type of Christian who cusses sometimes. Oh, you're that Christian that smokes weed sometimes. And I get it. I totally get it. I understand. Do you not get the concept? No, but I do see where he's coming from on this song. It's just, I find it a little cringe, and it's a little, I don't know, demeaning in a sense, because everyone's on their own walk with Christ. Just because you don't do that stuff as a Christian doesn't mean someone who came from a totally different background or came from a Christian household, kind of went off and did their own thing and then are coming back to the Lord, is totally, there's all different kinds of walks here, and you can't just totally write someone off just because of one thing that they're doing. They're working on it. But the feature, Isaiah Robin, shout out to him. He's a YouTuber that I've been tapping into for the past year or so. I haven't reacted to any of his music. I know he does music on his own as well, but he slid on his feature. He did a great job. And Lil Ziggy as well on the other song, Big Jesus Energy. She went crazy on that song. And then, let me see. Yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. One of my favorite songs, I think, was a single from this that I didn't listen to, but it's called Tip and Flow. And I'm going to play a little snippet of the beat because I heard it and I'm like, I know this is a sample, and I can't for the life of me think of it. And it's like, it gave me 2020 vibes, and I'm like, who rapped on this beat first? Because the sample is so it'll be obvious once one of you guys tells me who it is, or Von Juan if you tell me who it is, but listen to it.
Mic check. It's Von Juan. rated rap alive.
That sample is like da-da-da-da-da-da, like that, the string like violin thing. I don't know where that's from. I know I've heard it several times. It used to be on TikTok, I think. But let me know in the comments. I loved his flow on that. Some of the flows throughout this album too kind of gave me a little bit of old school vibes. So I would like Tip and Flow was one of those where it was like he switched the flow a little bit, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, let me go on to Music Board. I'll give you guys my rating for this. If you guys watched, I don't know which video's dropping first, but I gave a different project a 2 as well this week. But I did give this one a 2.5 out of 5, which is 50-50. Because that's truly how I felt about this album. There was about 50% that I really enjoyed that I would probably go back and listen to again. And then another 50, specifically the ones where I wasn't sure about the lyrics and message of the song, that I was like, maybe I'll listen to again just to try and get a better understanding of the meaning and lyrics. But yeah, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Shout out to Von Juan for this. He went crazy. Again, fire cover art. I really liked the lion. That was almost one of my first tattoos, was going to be a lion right here. But then I was like, everyone's got a lion tattoo, so I decided to do something different. But yeah, I'll have the link to Von Juan in the description. Go follow him on Instagram. Go give this album a listen. Let me know if you guys agree with my takes. Let me know if you have heard this or you haven't. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this project by Von Juan. It's called Undefeated. Go be fruitful. Let's go.